Hello and welcome to Gili T in Indonesia. Today I will be riding around the entire island, which should be pretty fun. It's about a 7-kilometer ride, should take me about an hour and a half. So looking forward to that. Sun was out before, sun's out, guns out, but looking a little cloudy now. Hopefully it doesn't rain while I drive around. So let's give this a go. I'm going to show you where we're going right now. Just booked myself a little homestay, which is around about a 400-meter walk or ride to the center where the party's at, basically. But the party's full of 18-year-olds, so I was not taking part last night. That is for certain. Had myself a nice little dinner. We're going to turn around here, actually. Whoa! Beach. This is just the little road to the beach here. It's really easy to get around. But yeah, last night, just had some dinner, a couple of drinks, walked around. But yeah, it's a very, very young crowd here. So ended up getting some well-needed rest, which is good. Went to the gym this morning, ate some food, and got myself a haircut in preparation for... It's all about the aerodynamics, you see, when you're on the bike. So got myself very much aerodynamic and now ready to go. So this little island is to the east of Bali. That's 750,000 Indonesian rupiah, which I actually happened to get a half-price deal, which is good, 375,000. And I tell you what, you would not want to take a cheap one. It was very much... It was, oh shit. Oh. It was very rough. There's definitely been cases where there's been some capsizes. I can see why the waves were pretty big. I wouldn't recommend taking anything cheap at all. I might actually put the name of the boating company that I used at the bottom of this video, just for safety reasons. I had a couple of people mess with me recently, just before I got to Gili T, to make sure that I wasn't taking any, dodgy boating companies with the smaller boats. Smaller boats are not a good idea if you value your life. So on the island here, there is absolutely no motorized transportation. As you can see, you've got the horse and cart. Back to the old school. You've got bikes, and you've also got the electric scooters, which you can rent as well. The bike's about 50,000, which is about, what, $4 or $5 Australian, $3 or so US. Don't know how much it costs to drive around a horse and cart, but I don't know, not really into it. Not really into the horses. One of them actually veered into me yesterday when I got here. It was a nice little welcome gift. So obviously, as you can see here, you've got a lot of bars, which are fairly empty at the moment. But this is like kind of the main bar and restaurant area. And then you've got the ocean over there as well. So it gets pretty lively at night, that's for sure. All the bars are fairly full. You got your beer pong, you got cornhole, you got half-price drink specials literally all over the place. And it's around about 2 for 100,000 on the drink specials. Full cat. Drink specials are around about 2 for 100,000, which is about 2 for what, $9 or $10 Australian, about $6-7 US. And then about after 9 o'clock is when it starts to get a bit more expensive. Well, it's double. basically double the price after 9 o'clock, but still reasonably priced. So yeah, during the day, these restaurants are actually fairly empty, with people going out and doing, extra tours and, doing other stuff around the island apparently. Probably doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Just kind of, oh shit, I'm in the way here. Got myself a horse behind me. Gonna get the hell out of the way of this one. Whoa. Oh my God, that was a close one. Happens all the time, but I've been in Vietnam for 2 months and horns mean nothing to me now. So I hear a horn, I just assume they're saying, hey. They're just kind of noise in the background now. So you're in, hello. If you're in Gili T and you hear like a little horn like that, get the fuck out of the way. It's a horse. An angry horse and an angry cart. So you got like a resort here. This is like more like a chill area. You've got like people in their sunbeds. You got your banks over here, all conveniently in the one spot and nowhere else. Which seems to be the case in, well, at least Vietnam and Indonesia, that's for sure. They don't put their banks nicely spread out. You are literally, they are concentrated in one area of any city that you go to. In my experience anyway. So we're on this little baby today. It's a regular girly basket bike. Which was about 50,000, which is under $5 to rent for the entire day, which is an absolute bargain. So that is, I tell you what, if you ever go around Bali and you go to Canggu, Canggu is a really popular spot for Europeans. My God, the beaches are so shit. It's got like the brown sand beaches. This is like really nice, whiter sand and crystal clear blue waters. Coming up to the spot where I got my haircut actually. Actually quite a walk here. Quite a walk to get here, but I got time. There we go. There they are there. A barbershop. Barbershop cost me 150,000, which is around about that's 13-14 Australian dollars for a haircut, which if I was in Australia I would steer way clear of a place like that, because I'll probably just shave your hair off, give you a nice buzz cut or something, short back and sides, and angular is what they give you, an angular haircut. That place was perfect. They did a really good job. Oh shit. I've got like another nice little beach club over here, and kind of another beach club over here actually. More like a bar with sunbeds, basically. So that's kind of the main, probably the main area of the town, as far as I can tell. I haven't really ventured out here to these parts. You've got like a full-on park over here. I had a look at that earlier. It's so nice. Just like a really well-maintained park through there. If you like parks, that's your spot. Don't know what that is actually, but that's where you park your bike. Over there, yeah. So you're nothing motorized, which is actually pretty cool. It just kind of matches the pace of the island. It's, everything's slowed down. You don't have to worry about getting grabs anywhere, or Ubers, or taxis, anything like that. Is that not a massive expense in anywhere you go in Asia? But if you like in Vietnam, I was catching them like, I don't know, I must have been catching them at least 5 times a day. Although they're a couple of bucks, they're still an added expense. Oh, that looks like a friggin' Jurassic Park. That looks like more like Hawaii over there. very tropical, well-maintained little field. I don't know what you'd call that actually. Okay, so yeah, on the island, one thing that I noticed immediately in comparison to Bali was there's a very small amount of Australians here. We're gonna pop through this little, yeah, get the major thing you'll notice when you get here is try to get off the frickin' road with these damn horses. Horses everywhere, and they're very aggressive. They're the fastest moving vehicle on the road. And you know, fairly, yeah, they're the king of the road. They are the king of the road, those horses. Okay, so yeah, one thing you'll notice when you get here as an Australian is there's hardly any Australians on Gili T. I've heard a couple of Australian accents. Look at that, taking up the whole damn road. Oh my God, that one's coming around the corner like a freaking rally car driver. See that? Almost like too fast, too furious. And like Gili T, or that maybe Gili T drift. Fast and Furious Gili T drift. Okay. So, it's like another, you notice that there's actually like quite a few new places being built here as well. Obviously with all the tourists coming here now, comes more money, comes more businesses. So this is a place I've never been before, this little part. I'm basically from here on out, I've not been to any of these parts in the last day. So I'm basically going to be able to see the entire island. It should, 7K on a bike, ugh, it shouldn't take me more than an hour, you wouldn't think. 7 kilometers an hour, I swear I'm riding faster than that. Anyway, yeah, so back to what I was saying earlier. Yeah, so there's just hardly any Aussies here. I've heard a couple of Australian accents, but mostly Europeans, a lot of Italians, French, English, German, and a lot of groups of mainly girls, to be honest. Lots of young European groups of girls. Which, you know, if you're a single dude, young single dude, it's your paradise. Trees. I'm actually keen to try some fruit here as well. Lots of different types of fruit in the supermarkets. Berries. Oh, berries. I'm keen to have a bit of a berry. Try some berries. Maybe have a bit of a dingleberry moment. Oh gosh. Okay, so there's get out of here. Yep. So there's not a huge amount. Oh, there's an I Love Gili T sign right there. Boom. Ah, okay, cool. So this is like the little beach out there. As you can see. Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, man, I gotta get off this damn road. These horses just take over. That one's actually a little small one. Doesn't look as aggressive either. Oh, yeah. It's kind of hard to keep your wits about you. Film this, talk on this, and keep out of the way of demonic horses. I don't know what they feed them, but it looks like they're fed crack cocaine. I'll have what the horses having, thanks. Get myself around this island a whole lot quicker. Oh, there's like another nice little area around here. Let's just pop that. Oh, stuff for these horses. Of course, some for the horses. Nah, look, the horses aren't too bad. I think I'm just making, trying to figure out what's bad about this place. You know, I don't think there's anything bad about this place whatsoever. It's a great island. It's so nice. Stand up. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut that out. Oof. That is a head of hair. We've been growing that since the 80s. Oh, nice little family of goats. Look at that. Yeah, so there's apparently a few other islands that I should be looking at as well around Lombok. The owner of the homestay that I'm staying at a homestay. It's actually, accommodation is actually quite expensive around here. It's the cheapest that I could find. I think it was about 50 Australian dollars a night for a private room. If you stay at a hostel, it's a different thing altogether, because you've got a dorm. If you're in a dorm, you might be able to find one for like 20, 25. Something like that. But as soon as you want a private room, obviously at the moment I'm by myself. Staying in a private room by yourself, yeah, you're looking at forking out probably 50 Australian dollars, about 35 or so US dollars for the night. There may be like cheaper, like crappier places that you might be able to find, but I don't know, that was the most decent one that I could find that was like close to the beach. One word of advice that I can give you is make sure your accommodation is near the port, because as soon as you get in here, you're obviously going to be needing to lug around your luggage straight off the boat, and as there's no motorized transport, you'd actually have to probably walk it there yourself, as you probably wouldn't be able to fit it on a bike or one of these tiny electric bikes I have here either. So make sure that your accommodation is near the port. Otherwise you could be up for a couple of kilometers of pulling your luggage through the streets of Gili T, which doesn't sound overly fun at all. I got traffic backed up behind me. I got a friggin' horse up my ass, which I'm assuming some people would love that, but not me. Not me. No way, Jose. I'm more of a mule guy. Okay, now we're in a bit more of a quieter place. Still got this goddamn horse behind me. I'm gonna pull over. This horse is pissing me off. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming that a lot of people actually walk around the whole island, which would be quite nice. I'm assuming that it's take you a whole lot longer than a bike, depending on how fast you walk. Look, I've met some fast walkers in my time, so I'm not going to speak, but I doubt they could outwalk my bike. Let's just say that. Okay. So there's absolutely nothing going on here whatsoever. It's very much deserted. I'm sure that there's some massages going on at the beach. It looks nice. I'm sure at some point in the future, this island will be, it's been popular for quite some time, Gili T. From what I've heard, I think my brother's been there a number of times. I think he's the one that suggested it. I can't actually remember who suggested it to me. I think at some point we asked a few cab drivers where we should go, and they told us to go to Gili T. So that's all I'm going to say about that. One thing I really like about the last two countries that I've been to, Vietnam and Indonesia, is they've got their flags everywhere. You don't really get that as much in, European countries, or definitely Australia. It's almost racist to have your Australian flag out, which is a bit silly. Here they wear it with pride, and I like that. Especially Vietnam, Well, look, could be something to do with communism in Vietnam, but last I checked, Indonesia was not a communist country. They have the red and the white absolutely everywhere. So they wear it with a lot of pride, which is almost fairly old school. Fairly old school. Wow, that's a cool little area up there. It's for another day. It's almost like Amsterdam through here. Just bikes, bikes, bikes. I think there's, from what someone told me, there's 4 bikes to every person on this island. I may have made that up, but it sounds pretty cool. I'd imagine it would be at least 1 bike. At the very least, 1 bike to every person. So, the man at the hostel that pumped my tyres up this morning, in more ways than one. Don't know what I meant by that. He mentioned they have it's whale shark season. One thing that I really wanted to do as like kind of a bucket list thing is go swimming with whale sharks. I was supposed to do that while had the opportunity to do that in Mexico, but I didn't have enough money at the time. I think it was like $100 US. It was quite a number of years ago, where I was on a pretty reasonable budget and I had to forego one of the coolest things ever in order to save cash. So I've actually got the opportunity in Indonesia to do that, which I didn't actually know. I know there's like kind of select places around the world where you can do whale shark, like swim with whale sharks, but did not know that Indonesia was one of them. So he mentioned he's just going to send me. Gave me his WhatsApp. What the hell is that? Like rabbit jump. It looks like a giant diving board. That looks fairly high up too. So yeah, gave me his WhatsApp, and he's going to send me some information and costs and all that type of stuff to go swimming with whale sharks. It's just scare the shit out of me, but I know that they're not going to eat me unless I'm plankton, which I'm definitely not plankton. I think there's some days where I probably thought I was plankton, but not for a number of years. Not for a number of years now. I do too. Yeah. One thing that is a bit of a relief, because I was just in Seminyak and you're getting hassled with Grab drivers and people wanting you to go into the shop and blah blah blah, which is all part of it. But one thing that is relieving, one thing that is very relieving is that you don't have that as much here. You got people like saying, hey, you want to come check out my stuff, but they're not as aggressive, intense about it, you know? There's also no Grab drivers at all, so obviously, no one asking you to get a Grab that doesn't exist. Frozen yogurt shop. Another bar. This place is just restaurants and bars. Restaurant, bar, tattoo place, hairdresser, hotels. You love to see it. You got any type of food you want, you got it. They've kind of thought of everything that kind of encourages comfort in this place. There are also bars here if you'd like to take part in, how do I call it on here? Magic mushrooms? There's bars for that here too, if that's what you want to do. I don't think I'll be taking part. However, that would make a very, very interesting vlog. So, you know what, I'm not going to rule it out. Now we're entering some type of bushland. If that's what you want to call it. Bushland now. I reckon we're probably, maybe 1 or 2 kilometers into this ride. So I reckon we're probably 20% of the way. It's actually a really good workout, this. I think I've gone for an actual bike ride for a very very long time. So that when they ask me, like, do you want an electric one or you want a manual one? I'm like, manual me up, brother. Or maybe an sister at the time. Manual me up, sister. Doesn't sound as good saying it to a girl though. Manual me up, sister. So, that could mean two things. That. Whew. That's like an empty block of land. Anyone wants to come here and buy a... Oh, that looks so hot. Look how nice that is. Jesus. So nice in there. Oh, that's like a yoga place. Makes complete sense. There's another yoga place right there. So this little area here seems like it's a... Whoa, Jesus. This thing cannot go off-road by any stretch of the imagination. This seems like the little zen area. You know, you've got a lot more space. It's a lot more quiet. There's no like bars, or if there is one, you know, it's not really obvious. A little rope swing over there. Yeah, this is a lot more peaceful. The park area where the people come to continue their sobriety. I'd imagine. Just fair enough. I had a good, how many days? It seemed like a long time, especially when you're in Bali, but I had a good 5 days. 5 days, not one drink. Broke the sobriety last night with a couple of drinks, and I tell you what, the drinks are just as strong as I remember. I had 3 drinks and I could definitely feel them. 2 mojitos on happy hour for 100K, $9. And of course, my favorite, the Long Island iced tea, which got me buzzed. But I don't really feel like getting buzzed, to be honest. I wanted to go have a good night's sleep so that I can get up and, you know, feel good today, which is exactly what I did. I woke up this morning, took a couple of headache tablets before I went to sleep, and basically immunizing the hangover before it happens, and it worked an absolute treat. I woke up this morning fresh as, I think I woke up at maybe, I went to bed at like 11 last night, and I woke up at, must have been like 6 o'clock in the morning, fresh. So, you know, things are changing. Things are changing. Things have changed. They're not changing. They've changed for now. Anyway, I'm actually going to be heading back to Melbourne over the next couple of weeks, see family, friends. I'm sure they'll want to have a couple of drinks. So I thought I would be a little bit cautious here. If I'm not really with anyone, I kind of have to go out of my way to party, basically. It's not in my face. So yeah, thought I might take it a bit easy before the madness in Melbourne again. And then most likely I'll be off to Thailand in September, I would say. Thailand. Back, I've got a visa for Vietnam, but you know, it's a really nice view over there. Oh, we've got another nice little touristy area here. Again, it seems very, very boho. Very boho chic. Having a bit of a boho moment. I am right now. Boho vibes. Okay, so there must be snorkeling here because there's snorkeling stuff. It looks like, I mean, this water is like pristine blue. It would be, if there's any fish around, probably see them from 30 meters away on the shore, you know. There's a really nice little beach bar here. Just gonna do some overtaking. Oh, that's a nice little, lovely little beach spot there. Yeah, sit on some sand, sit on some light bean bags and have the chillest day ever. Tell you what though, the sun, I didn't find the sun overly strong here. Maybe it's because I've already got a bit of a tan going on. I haven't put sunscreen on for a week, you know. Oh shit. Tell you what, if I had my vote, which I don't, I have no vote whatsoever, it would be a bike only island. Those horses are completely unnecessary. So you've got like arts and crafts type stores here. This is a cool little area. Arts and crafts, like shoes. Hey, oh my god. Oh, fucking trying to say hey to the old man and nearly got taken out by a cracked out horse. Okay. Oh, this is sick. A nice little area here. So you've got like, you know, lots of food and t-shirts, bricks. I'm assuming they're not for sale, but you know, you can always ask. Always ask. Everything's for sale in Indonesia. No, I'm assuming they're for making more stuff. Oh my God, we are. Where are we gone to now? Did I make the right turn? I'm gonna have to double check that. I feel like I'm now going into the middle of the island. You know, basically the idea is to keep on the coast. Keep on the coast, you can't get lost. Simple as that, really. So I'm gonna keep to the left as much as I possibly can, otherwise I'll be somewhere in the middle of Gili T with nothing but a damn camera and a bike. Useless for survival. Unless I can could probably make a good machete out of them. I could actually make a good machete out of this bike. Looks like it's made from solid metal. I think it weighs it's the weight of a big dog, I reckon. Okay, I'm assuming we're going the right way now. Just follow these confident young men through here. And a little, yeah. So it's just really like pockets of whoa, lots of like pockets of touristy stuff, like pockets of tourism. Basically, this island is just like nothing for a little bit, and then boom, everyone. Nothing and then everyone. Which makes sense. Makes sense. I'm assuming at some point it'll just be too much. It'll just be like Koh Phi Phi in Thailand, where it's just like, whoa. You know, no brakes, just madness everywhere. I hope it doesn't end up like this, actually. It's a little bit, Koh Phi Phi is a little bit overwhelming. One thing you'll notice here as well, you got Europeans on the road, they automatically, just out of default, swerve right. And I'm swerving my left, it doesn't quite work. Oh no. Oh shit, sand. Bit of a ditch here. As I said, not about an inch of sand, and I'm friggin' almost dying. Oh shit. Oh no, I'm gonna fall over again. Okay. Yeah, I might have to get up and walk this one at some point. Oh God. Yeah, this is off-road when I don't have off-road tires on. It's all good. It's a bit flatter here. That was, panic station. I love my mum too. Okay. It's just basically a good half an hour into this, and we've got like some really nice beach bars along here. Oh, it looks so nice there. I'm assuming that these are the types of places people do their mushrooms. Sitting there, beautiful beach with some Bob Marley playing. Sit there for hours talking about bubbles. Or whatever you want to talk about on mushrooms. Okay, we continue. Tell you what, it's a very good little workout here. Oh shit. Cheers. So everybody, okay. Oh, there's so much more. There's so much more to this place than I imagined. I mean, I assumed that it would be, you know, a lot of stuff going on here, but the area that I'm in, which is, as I said, basically concentrated bars and tourism galore, this is a lot. I think this is really nice if you just want to chill out and sit at the beach. I mean, you can do that in the area that I'm in as well, to be honest, but it's very much party oriented. So I'd have to come here at night time to see what the vibe is here, but I'm assuming it's probably much the same. Much the same. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Okay, gonna go around. Oh. So cool, so cool. I'm probably like roughly on the other side of the mountain. I'm just gonna do a bit of a check to make sure I'm still on Gili T. Knowing me, I'm not even on Gili T anymore somehow. Let's have a look here. Okay, oh my God. We are, oh my God. I've almost gone around the whole island. Like I've gone from here all the way down and around, and I'm back here again. So we're almost there. This is I don't know, I felt like it was gonna be, I was preparing myself for like the longest trip ever, but turns out it was only like, yeah, well, like this has been like, what, half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I didn't double check the time, but surprisingly not as grueling. I mean, I would say a walk around, like a ride around an island is ever going to be grueling. Oh yeah. I wouldn't imagine that any time of bike ride around an island is going to be grueling. However, I thought it was like, I think time just got away from me because I was talking the whole time, you know? Talking absolute rubbish half the time. But there's some more bikes. Bikes. So a really nice little restaurant there. Oh, that's a sweet pool. Yeah, so there's some really nice accommodation for a tiny little island. You know, got running water, got power, got Wi-Fi. Got like, you know, ripped dudes riding around on bikes. And yeah, that's cool. I think I'm almost coming back to where I started now. So that was great. Guys still in the street. Got everything you need on this island. Maybe not, I wouldn't say they have the most amazing. If you wanted like a plastic surgeon, that's probably one thing they don't have. If they do, it's probably a lower grade one. So I wouldn't recommend coming here to get a BBL or, you know, anything too intense. So you got definitely a place to go scuba diving. You get your paddy here. Don't know if you can actually get your paddy here, but you can definitely scuba dive. Oh, these speed bumps made out of rope. Ugh. They do their job, that's for sure, but I don't know, like how fast can you go on a bike if it's going to endanger someone? I suppose some people can get up there. I once saw a man do 120 with a bike. Yep, uphill. Oh, okay. So you've definitely got the, you know, it's not just a full party island. You got the Zen people, yoga people. I went to the gym today, there was quite a few people at the gym. And there's people I've seen people going for runs, you know. not all crazy. There's, you know, obviously, you know, you get your younger crowd here, which is the people that tend to be out at most of the bars around here. But then you've got your, you know, people of all ages. You got teenagers, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds. Oh shit. And you got your older people at the resorts, you know, enjoying themselves too. So it's a bit of everything. It's actually, I don't know what my expectations were, but I think the expectations were, I think the fact that I didn't have many expectations, the small amount of expectations I had were met. Definitely. Just like a nice, chill little island, nothing too crazy. Probably more people than I thought, to be honest. Place is pretty full. Every time I look on booking.com or Hostel World, it's like there's not a lot of places available. So if you come here, especially with the boat, book that in advance because you want a safe one. If you book accommodation, book that well in advance as well. And I'm talking like at least, you know, 3 or 4 days. A week would be ideal. Just because it's fairly there's high demand and not a huge amount of supply due to how small the place is, really. Whoa. So that is going to conclude the video today. I'm pretty much exactly back where I started now. So it's a good little ride. Took me probably took me 45 minutes, I reckon. 45 minutes of like kind of casual riding. I wasn't pushing the pace or going really slow. It's a really nice, pleasant ride, flat the entire time and easily done on a bicycle, which, as I said, you can rent for about $5 a day. So I think I'm going to make another video of Gili T, maybe having a bit of a walk around, but for now, we'll leave it at that. So I'll see you in the next one.